did you feel at that point, oh my gosh, I'm doing this?
Yes, and I think it was not only for me, it was for the entire team. So maybe when we just look at the covers, there is a lot of risk taking, I can tell you. So September issue, the famous September issue, which normally would always highlight a supermodel, an actor, latest in fashion. And in 2021, we got this beautiful initiative, New Beginnings. That was a call from New York. Anna Wintour said, like, okay, every edition is going to find their own story about what is new beginning for them. And ours was a QR code.
Oh, wow.
And obviously, this is not what you would expect from a classical Vogue. But the story behind is very, very beautiful and speaks about the power of technology, innovation, and collaborations. And this very turning point where we saw Web3 is evolving. There is a new form of storytelling. There's a new aesthetic we've been not used to at all. You know, these digital artworks, the digital fashion was so different to what you would, expect from a classical design. So the idea was to present an NFT collection with established designers and a collaboration with Web3 designers. And for each section of the book, we had collaborations where they designed together NFT collections, beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. And you could access through this QR code here, you could access the website where you actually had all the NFT collections presented. And it was as well like an upside down for me, like print stepped back in a way that the importance of the print was taken away and changed into the real cover was actually the NFT. So that was a conversation even between the different formats. And therefore, I think that was a very strong statement. And since then, we've been experimenting with technology and how can we bring our covers alive? How can we make them a collectible as well? So one of the last ones is a NFC chip included. And when you tap here with your phone, so it's not like a QR code, when you tap with your phone, it releases a poem. And
really?
These voices, so actually this one is talking to you.
Oh, wow.
Which is as well
That
like a
is pretty
different,
cool.
yeah, very different story. And the
This
last
is my
one,
favorite.
oh, the last
This is
one?
my favorite, yeah.
Yeah, roots. So in terms of innovation, if you want to innovate, you need to know the roots and you need to understand where you're coming from before you change things, right? So that was the first issue of our new editor-in-chief, Desmond Lim, and he said, like, okay, let me go back to the archives. Let me see what kind of fashion do we see in the Straits in the 1900s, and he, together with an Indian AI designer, he fed like a machine, like the AI, with over 1,800 images, archive images, and then we created 3 covers with AI models representing the different ethnical backgrounds here in Southeast Asia. And that was before ChatGPT and all the discussions where it actually started to be a more popular and more approachable technology, where now everyone is obviously testing ChatGPT and AI.
Right. So you're using actually the technology in the creation of this as
Absolutely.
well. And so it's, it's so multifaceted. You have the delivery through either NFT or NFC. You have the usage of the technology in the creation of the art and the presentation. And of course, the content and the substances around it as well. But I'm kind of thinking about what you said earlier about the outfit that you wear, how, you're delivering a message when you wear a certain outfit. That is a communication. And I think this change in, how people are getting the content and how you're creating art and digital art is also a message. It's a conversation. It's a conversation through a different medium. And also for different generations, potentially, the younger generation that's coming up that feel as though I want to be part of something in a different kind of way. And they want that dialogue, that back and forth. They want to be engaged. They want to be inspired. They want to have input. They want to create with you. And so I think this is just really cool, the way that you're bringing this about. And community building is a huge tenet in Web3. So maybe you can talk a little bit about the community that's coming around.
Yeah, it is essential. And I think it's fascinating to see that communication has so dramatically changed where we started many, many, many years ago. So I remember my time in Russia where it was only one, it was literally one direction. So that's the classical Web 1, you very static. Then Web 2 with already social media, where we finally got kind of user-generated content, where we had a dialogue with the audience. And now with Web 3, fascinating. It's just brand building starts at a completely different, with different parameters and with different formats. So how did you build a brand 20 years ago? There was someone having an idea, going out there and saying like, this is my proposal. You do your brand and you put it out there in the market. Now, these new Web3 and innovation brands, they do it completely differently. So they ask their community. They go to the audience and they say like, do you really like this and this? Would you consider, buying or be part of this product? And we had a fantastic, really fantastic case during our Next in Vogue project last year. Kiki World. She was part of our innovation prize. And she didn't win, unfortunately, but she won our hearts. And we invited her to present her product during the event. And how this team is building beauty products from a completely different mindset. So it's all about community. It's community-led. They are almost, only the facilitators of bringing the voice of the community together and then building the products that they already committed to buy. So less waste, really commitment. You get the product that the community wants. It makes a lot of sense.
Right.
And it's quite impressive to see how this has changed in one generation.
It's amazing. And I think it's also very interesting to me that someone who is not in the traditional technology space, that you were able to pick up on the importance of community. Because for Web3, for those who are on crypto Twitter, that's all that's really important. It's really having the voices of your community, of your Discord, maybe voting, and all of the tenets of Web3 to really have that vote to create something. So congratulations on that, because that's really not easy to pick up on.
Yeah, I think for Vogue specific, again, besides the editorial and the foundation, we have established our own Vogue Club, which is our very own community of people who love fashion, who want to experience fashion in different ways. And I really wanted them to be part of my story and part of our story, not only mine, of course, Vogue story here in Singapore, because you want them to really have a voice. Interestingly enough, we see that this is different with different generations, different, obviously response. But whenever you're a Club Vogue member, 25% of your club membership goes back to the foundation. That means like automatically when you are part of our club system, you are supporting other creatives. And this gives you, hopefully as well, the satisfaction of being part of a bigger economy for creatives and supporting them, and besides giving them experiences that they would not have otherwise, we very much hope that we are building a mindset that is different, and that these people who are our Club Vogue members share values that are very, very important for us, which are diversity, sustainability, being conscious about consumption, being smart of what you buy, how you buy. All of these things matter. There might be, on one hand, just marketing talk, but you need to build these platforms and these structures to make it not just a theoretical phrase, but really bring it into action.
I mean, you've really done a great job of bringing out those things and highlighting it, and in a somewhat disruptive way, right? It's somewhat disruptive way, but it's great. And, you've used technology to create the art and as a channel. We have AI that is becoming increasingly popular. For the future for Vogue Singapore, what is on the horizon? What do you see in the future, and what really are your aspirations for Vogue Singapore and technology?
I see a great and very positive future for us. I feel there is a need for us in the market there to have this voice which combines the creative part, the technology part,